Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on Saturday the 31st of May 2025. Starting off with the current pressure pattern, we can see that we have an area of low pressure towards our northwest and high pressure towards our continent towards the southeast, and therefore we've got a southwesterly winds and a cold front today coming in, and behind that we'll see brighter spells and showers this evening and tomorrow. The current satellite then, quite interestingly, we have this sort of dust coming up on this flow from southwest. You can see that it's even into parts of like Scandinavia, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, across the UK, Ireland. This is the cold front here, that cloud in the west, and behind that we can see that the showers and clearer air. Now, if I put the aerosol on, there it is, the aerosol particles, not deodorants, we can see that this is a whole conveyor of dusty stuff all the way down here towards the Azores, and then it links all the way back into the USA, Canada, down towards the Midwest of the USA, and up towards Canada again. I read something earlier as well about there being wildfires in Canada. Let me know in the comments, is this dust here smoke? Is this smoke from the wildfires in Canada right now? Because it's very intense here, the reds here showing bad pollution. This is quite interesting, it's all the way across here, according to the wind flow as well. So it's made, if it is the smoke from that fire, if it is the smoke there, if this is the smoke from the wildfires in Canada, then it is quite noteworthy how far it travels. Anyway, so just thought I would show you that. Here is the UKV high-res chart. So this morning we have this cold front in the west coming in. Ahead of that, it's quite cloudy with some bright spells. Actually quite sunny for a time in the east this morning. But this cold front will quite quickly push eastwards. Some heavy bursts on there, but they shouldn't last too long. It's only a narrow band of rain, as you saw from the satellite imagery. It's only a narrow band of rain there, so it should just sweep through to leave bright spells and showers. Some heavy, especially in the north. This evening, we're seeing clear spells in the east and south, but showery bands of rain will push in towards the west and north. So again, we got that northwest, southeast split tonight, and the showers will, towards Sunday morning, just gradually push towards the east as well. Sunday itself is bright. It's a bright day with sunshine and showers. Heaviest and most frequent in the afternoon, pushing eastwards there across the country. Quite fresh as well tomorrow. Monday starts off bright in all areas, but quickly clouds will increase. This veil of high cloud will push in, followed by heavy rain then from the west. So on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, if you've got plans, please do it in the morning, because the afternoon will be a bit questionable, especially in the west, but in the evening all areas will be under heavy rain. It starts off very wet and windy on Monday nights, possibly some sort of like score line there towards Tuesday morning. Either way, that clears through by 6 a.m. Tuesday to leave sunshine and heavy showers from the west. So usual sort of like four seasons in one day sort of day there. Wednesday, showers around again, but not as widespread. Temperature-wise, yesterday Friday was quite a warm day. Now going into this morning, starting off very mild because of that southwesterly flow. Cold front hasn't moved in yet. Through the morning, you'll see where the cold front is through that cooler slice there. And behind it, temperatures rise back up to 17 degrees in the east, due to the sunshine, but the west will stay quite cool at about 14. Towards Sunday morning, we'll see a cooler night, lows of 9 to 11 degrees, and quite a fresh start as well. Sunday itself, highs of 14 to 18 degrees, warmest in the far southeast, and coolest up towards the northwest. Typical Irish weather, really. Into Monday morning, quite a cold start, really. Lows of 6 to 10 degrees, coldest in South Leinster. And then into Monday itself, not too warm, highs of around 14 to 16 degrees, but not too bad either, just about average, I think, for time of year. Nothing too exceptional. Tuesday morning starts off cold, or quite cool anyway, behind the cold fronts, and then Tuesday itself, fresh and gusty westerly winds, heavy showers, so not that mild, not that warm, highs of 12 to 16 degrees. Wednesday morning starts quite chilly again, and highs in the afternoon, again, westerly winds, so no better than 12 to 17. Here's the GFS midnight run. GFS, once again, cold front today, with that area of low pressure there. What happens? Never mind. And tomorrow, we got sunshine showers on that westerly flow. Monday, deep low comes in there. Very windy and wet Monday nights. Tuesdays, windy and showery, very gusty actually, strong westerly winds and heavy showers coming through. Into Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning, more showers on Wednesday, westerly winds, quite cool as well. Next week, basically looks cool and showery. Westerly to northwesterly winds and showers. Beyond that, we keep it showery really through towards mid-June, but we see high pressure by June 12th building in, and that does bring a warmer spell, but that won't last long because this area of low does break through, possibly storms with that, and then, well, by June 16th we got the Azores High again building in, so definitely quite cool and showery for the first 10 days of June, but beyond that, maybe GFS is hinting at something different. So here's the ECM. ECM, once again, conference today, tomorrow showery and breezy. Monday, brief dry spell early on, but then quickly enough, big band of rain pushes in, strong winds, and Tuesday showery and cool. So is Wednesday, westerly winds there, low to the north, high to the south, westerly winds. Possibly a bit warmer, a bit milder by next weekend, but with more rain. And then we keep it just westerly really beyond that. No sign of the high pressure building in on the ECM, I must say, until June 14th, when, yes, it's definitely about to go warmer with this high pressure trying to build in from the south. Probably a warm front through there. So the ECM and GFS both show around mid-June pattern change, but just the ECM is more delayed, I think. Either way, long way off. Here is the UK Met run, and I'm sure, by the way, that everyone doing the exams through June will be happy that it's cool and wet, because quite often during the exams it's quite nice. So this is quite a nice change. Here is the, again, as I said, UK Met run. Again, today we have that cold front coming through. So quite a breezy day, some showers through as well, some heavy at times. And then into tomorrow, it's showery. Monday starts off dry, but once again, deep low comes through there. So actually looks quite horrible on Monday evening there, with heavy rain and gusty winds. So quite actually unseasonable for June, really. Into the middle of the week, we stay showery. That low is in control up until next Saturday, June 7th. It's also quite noteworthy how deep that low will be on Monday night, because May and June, typically the jet stream is at its weakest, so it's quite interesting. Here is the GEM. GEM, once again, we have there's low pressure through today and tonight, and tomorrow it's showery. Brief dry spell with that ridge on Monday morning. Short-lived, as I said, that deep low will push in. Actually, that looks really quite deep. Tuesday midday. And there's a bit of a cold pool in there as well. This is quite a nasty low. Just out of interest, no, that doesn't get to Scotland. No, it doesn't. It's too late for that now. But yeah, it's very windy and showery on Tuesday, especially in Scotland. Look at that. And to Wednesday, it's still showery, but not as windy, but still quite cool. Definitely cool next week. And it stays cool with a westerly to northwesterly flow into the weekend. And maybe, just maybe, by next Tuesday, this Azores high is trying to just ridge in a bit. Maybe towards mid-June, we'll see a pattern change. Yes, but next week, generally a polar maritime air mass and control there. So showery and cool. Definitely quite cool. And sometimes windy. Not that great for early June. Especially in comparison to that weeks and weeks and weeks of sunshine we've had recently as well. Here is the icon. The icon is looking same as the other ones at the start, with that low pressure today, cold front coming through, showers then tomorrow, and starting off Monday quite dry, but then again Tuesday nasty low comes in. Don't do anything on Tuesday because you'll die in it, and then we go into Wednesday, Thursday. Stays cool and showery, but not as intense as Tuesday. So you may just get by, on Wednesday without dying, and then through into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, cool and showery, jet stream to our south, and these lows coming in, and the highs well to the south. Heat, by the way, in parts of Spain, Portugal, Mediterranean, Balkans will really bottle up, bubble away, because it's being trapped to the south. So I think that if you go down there, you can expect some really hot weather. Here is the arpege. The arpege, once again, this low is through today. Tonight, tomorrow, showery. And then Monday is wet, windy, wild, nasty in the evening. Tuesday, don't go out. And Wednesday, Thursday, we're going into a showery flow from northwest. But yeah, for early June, it's not that great, guys, unfortunately. But by mid-June, maybe signs of a change. Out of interest, we will look at the diagrams, the ensemble charts from the GFS. There we go. And let's see, it's not fully out yet, unfortunately. Try the 18Z from yesterday. Yeah, so by mid-June, a bit of an upwards trend there. A bit of an upwards trend in temperature there towards mid-June. Long way off, but that could be showing high pressure. Here's the sea level pressure. And again, from about June 10th onwards, an increase there is seen. So maybe towards mid-June, we're seeing a trend towards high pressure. Note, though, that last night, the GFS 18Z, it showed something different, but it was an outlier. But let's just see what it did show. What's this? Yeah, it just kept it really quite horrible through mid-June. But thankfully, on the graph, as you can see, that was an outlier, and most of the charts do show it going towards more high pressure by mid-June. So there is light towards the end of the tunnel, but for now, for start of June, really not ideal, not that great. But I know that some people do like cool weather in the summer. I mean, I don't mind it, but just generally, it could be better. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you, and bye for now.